So this video is to talk about the formula for the average value of a function. To show you where it comes from. You have some function from a to b. Remember that the integral is the area underneath that curve, whatever that is. And so that would represent the first part of the formula. The second part, if you divide by the interval, so in other words, you have a bunch of little tiny rectangles. If you divide by the width, you get the average. That's where the formula comes from. Just like simple division, but with infinite rectangles. So to get the average value of a function, we're going to do a couple problems here. Start out 51. The integral from -3 to 3 of 9 minus x squared. The average value of a function is going to be that integral, which is the area, divided by the width. So we first integrate. Raising our power by 1, dividing by the power. And then we're going to multiply that by 1 over b minus a. So it's going to be 1/6 times whatever we get when we multiply, when we plug in those values. So let's plug in the 3. So it'll be 27 divided by 3, which is 9, minus -27. Minus 1/3 times -3 to the third, which, if we go ahead and change the sign, -3 to the third is -27. That makes that -9, but there's a negative with it, so it's +9. -9 and -9 is -18. 54 minus 18 times 1/6. 54 minus 18 is 36 times 1/6. Not 1/3, 1/6. So our average value is 6. It also says find the values of x in the interval which the function equals the average value. So the function equals the average value at least one place, but maybe more than one. So we set the function equal to the average value. And solve. So in that interval at -3 and negative radical 3 and positive radical 3, the function equals its average, which is important if you know an average over time. This is our function, something like that. Two different places in that interval, the function equals its average. So let's do the next one, 53. Integral of x cubed is 1/4 x to the 4th. One, 0, all times 1 over b minus a, so 1 minus 1 is going to be times 1. So 1/4 minus 0, which is 1/4. So the average value of the function over that time is 1/4, and then we want to find the x values in the interval of the function that are equal to that. So we're talking about the third root of 1/4, which is 1 over the third root of 4. And that gives you your value. If you forgot how to simplify this, if you want to look up the answer, you're going to have to simplify it. You want to make this a perfect cube, so we multiply by 1, just like we would if we're simplifying a regular radical. So technically your answer would be the third root of 2. This is the third root of 8, which is 2. So your answer may look like that if you go to check it. Number 55, it's a trig function. The integral of sine is negative cosine. Because the derivative of cosine is negative sine, there's not a negative, so you have to account for it. We're going from pi to 0, which means we're going to multiply by 1 over pi minus 0, whatever we get. So negative cosine of 1 minus negative cosine of 0. Negative cosine of 1 we just leave as negative cosine of pi. Cosine of pi is negative 1. Negative 1 is 1. Plus cosine of 0 is 1. So the average value of the function is 2 over pi. So we set sine of x equal to that. So our answer for average value is just 2 over pi. To solve for sine x, we do arc sine of 2 over pi. And that's x. So there's an x equals the arc sine of 2 over pi. We get our value. You can do second sine of 2 over pi in your calculator. It's at two different places, 0.690 and 2.45. You can leave it like this. It's not on the unit circle. You don't have to find the particular value.